Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be testing out a new product. Today we are going to be looking at the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation, which I'm really excited about. But elephant in the room, I did cut my hair. I had been growing it for a really long time, and I was able to actually cut off 14 inches of hair the other day, which I was really excited about. I am, of course, going to be donating it to the Children with Hair Loss Foundation. I will have them linked down below in case you're interested in donating some hair. But yeah, I was able to cut off 14 inches, and to me this is really short, which is why I grew my hair so long, because I had wanted to donate at least a foot of hair, and I didn't want to have to cut it so short. But to me this is short, so I'm still getting used to it, and my voice is kind of going. I'm still kind of sick, so I think I'm actually getting even more sick now because my son actually has a fever right now. Let's just get on with the video and talk about what you're really here for, this foundation, of course. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And if you like these kind of reviews, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so I know to do more. I used to do quite a few on my channel. I haven't done them in a little while, so I'd like to start doing them again if that's what you guys are interested in seeing here on my channel. Of course, I am a project panner, so I like to use up the makeup that I have, but I do like to try new makeup as well, so that's what we're going to be doing today with this foundation. So this foundation, of course, has been all over YouTube recently, and I have watched so many reviews on this product. People with oily skin love this, people with combo skin love this, people with dry skin love this foundation. It seems just to be an all over really good foundation, and I will admit I actually tried this the other day. I had originally ordered the shade Porcelain, which is the second to lightest shade, and it was too dark. Especially now going into winter, I just feel like my skin's going to lighten up because I have gotten a lot of sun over the summer. So I actually went out yesterday to Sephora and switched it out for the color Snow, which is the lightest shade. So keep that in mind when you are watching this, that I am going to be wearing the lightest shade in this foundation. And I'm fair, but I'm certainly not the fairest person in the entire world. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, people are loving this foundation, but across the board people are complaining about the shade selection. I think there are 12 shades, which is a decent range to start with. There's just not much of a variety in the different shades. They definitely don't go deep enough, and they don't go light enough either. Hopefully this nose shade will be right for me, since the Porcelain shade was a little bit too dark. But one thing that people are absolutely loving about the foundation here is the value for the price. This foundation costs $36, which in general for a higher end foundation isn't that bad of a price. But when you consider you even get 1.6 ounces of foundation in here, that's an awesome value. If you want to take into account the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, I believe that is $39 for 1 ounce of foundation. And again, this is $36 for 1.6 ounces of foundation. So you're going to get a ton of use out of this product, but let's just go ahead and apply it. Now, Too Faced did come out with a primer for this foundation. I don't have that, so I'm going to go in with the Professional. This is what I used the other day when I first tried it out, and I think it worked really well with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of this all over. And then now let's get into the foundation, and I do want to quickly tell you the claims that they're making with this product. They're saying that it is oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil-controlling, photo-friendly, and shine-free. I will say after the first day that I used this, towards the end of the day, I was a little bit shinier than I anticipated looking, because this is being called a comfort matte foundation. It wasn't horrible looking, but it was definitely a little bit more shiny than I thought I was going to look. But in general, the foundation I did think held up really well. So let's go ahead and put this on. Well, let me first show you what the actual tube looks like. It looks just like this. It is kind of like the It Cosmetics CC cream tube. So it's got like the squeezy tube, but then it also has a pump. So I really like this kind of container for foundation. So let's go ahead and pump some out. I did test it on my hand at Sephora, and it looked like it would be good, but I have not put this color on my face. So we will see. So that's what it looks like. It is a little bit runnier than I would have thought, but yeah, that is what it looks like. Hopefully that's in focus. So let's go ahead and put it on my face. So I'm just gonna go in with a Real Technique sponge and put it on. Yeah, I think for sure this is definitely much more my shade than the Porcelain was. I think that's looking pretty good. And the coverage on this foundation, I've heard people say that they think that it's full coverage and medium coverage. So I guess it just kind of depends on what you think those words mean to you. But to me, this is more of a medium coverage because you can definitely still see some imperfections peeking through, which is actually what I like in a foundation. I don't want to have like a full beat every single day. I'm looking at this foundation to just be a nice go-to, easy to wear everyday kind of foundation. And when I'm going grocery shopping or picking my son up from school, you know, I don't want a whole mask on. Something that is medium coverage is perfect for me. So I really like the coverage on this foundation, at least with the other shade. So we'll see what this one ends up looking like. But so far, I think the shade match is really good. You guys will have to tell me what you think. And I will say my face in general is darker than my chest, so I always like to match it to my chest. And looking in the viewfinder here, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. And the smell is not my favorite. It definitely smells different than the Peaches and Cream eyeshadow palette that they came out with last year, or the Sweet Peach palette, I'm sorry. It's different than that. So if you have that, don't think that this smells like that, because it smells different. And people I heard were saying this smells more like a real peach, as opposed to like a candy kind of artificial peach scent. I don't find that to be true. I feel like this is more artificial smelling than the Sweet Peach palette. It's not bad and it does dissipate, but it takes a while to go away, so keep that in mind too. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my hand and just kind of blend it down my neck a little bit. All right, so there's the foundation on. Now that I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, I do look kind of ghostly, but I think it'll be okay, especially matching towards my neck here or my chest here. And I will, of course, put bronzer and stuff on so I won't look, you know, quite like this after we're all said and done here. But this is what the foundation looks like. Let me get up a little bit closer. So you still can see some imperfections kind of peeking through here, and I do have some redness on my cheeks that is not completely covered up. But again, that's definitely the kind of foundation that I like to wear every day. So yeah, this line did not come out with a concealer, so I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Fair. I've been using this a lot lately and I really like it. So we're just going to kind of spot conceal under my eyes and then down the middle of my face. I guess that's not really called spot concealing then, but you know what I mean. And then to set everything, I'm going to go in with this loose powder from Mary Kay. And first I'm going to use a small brush under my eyes, and I'm going to use the same powder with a bigger brush for the rest of my face. So this is now what the foundation looks like with concealer and powder on top. I really like the finish of this foundation. It feels very smooth, like it's definitely transfer resistant. I think they claim that somewhere on the box here too. They actually do claim here that it is transfer resistant, and they say that this is medium coverage. So I definitely feel that it is medium coverage, though I had heard some people say that they thought that this was full coverage, which I don't agree with. But it is definitely transfer resistant. Do I have my phone down here? I do. I did this in my first video, but if I put my face on here, nothing comes off, which is really nice. Throughout the day, as the oils kind of start to build up on my skin, it might not be so transfer resistant, but to start off with, I feel it is definitely like almost transfer proof, which is really awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more. I think I'm gonna take you guys outside as well so we can see the color match on this foundation. And then I will, of course, then check in at the end of the night to see how this foundation wears. So here I am now with all of my makeup on. I love this color. I think it's a really good match for me. You can see here against my chest, much better than the other color, like I said. And I didn't tell you the time. It is now currently 2:48 in the afternoon. I probably put the foundation on about an hour ago, so I will do another check-in towards the end of the night. I'm not gonna be able to get 14 hours out of this foundation like they claim on the box, but I will do a check-in before I go to bed tonight so we can see how it holds up. But so far, I'm really loving the foundation. I love the finish. I think it looks really nice, very natural looking. Yeah, oh, and I didn't tell you my skin type. I meant to do that. I'm kind of normal right now. My skin changes a lot throughout the year depending on the weather outside. So in the summer, I'm a little bit more oily, and then in the winter, I can be quite dry as well. So right now, because we're in October, I'm pretty normal. And now I'm gonna take you guys outside with me so we can see what the foundation looks like under natural light. But yeah, I think it's gonna look really good, so let's go. All right, so we are outside. This is what the foundation looks like. Here it is against my chest.
I want to.
Oh, there's Harry.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Oh, well, it's not your channel, it's my channel. What are you doing?
Chair back.
He's sick, but he insisted on coming out here with me. But that is what it looks like. I really like this foundation. And it is a kind of like an overcast day right now, so it's not super sunny out, but I still wanted to come out here and show you what it looked like. Are you going inside now? Oh, he's getting a toy, I guess. He's sick, but he still insists on coming outside. Whatever. Yeah, so there we go. I really like this foundation. So I will check in with you guys again later tonight for a final check-in just to see how it wears, but so far so good.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
See you later, alligator.
Hello, crocodile. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Turn off.
Turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, so it is now time for the final check-in of the night. It is now 10:04 p.m., so I think the foundation has been on for a little over 8 hours at this point, and I think it's held up really, really well, even better than it did the other day when I wore the other shade that I had. And I think that's partially because the other day I did take my son to swim lessons while I was testing out the foundation, and I was sitting in a hot, steamy pool, an indoor pool, for about 45 minutes that day, and I didn't do that today. We've really just been hanging around the house today. My son was sick, as you saw, and it was really rainy this afternoon, so I didn't go anywhere, I didn't do anything. So I definitely didn't test the limits of this foundation, but I did want to come on and show you what it looked like after 8 hours of very easy wear, I would say. It is holding up really, really well. I'm not shiny at all. I think probably going in the pool the other day really kind of affected the shininess of it at the end of the day. So today really there is very minimal shine going on. So usually with the foundation towards the end of the day, I will start to get some breakup here in this area. I think just because my mouth is moving all day, and I'm really seeing very, very minimal breakup with this foundation, which is amazing. This is definitely the first area of my foundation to go. And I think, oh, as I'm kicking my light here, but I think it's still holding up pretty darn well. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely holding up much better than other foundations that I have and other foundations that I really love. So I am super impressed. I think my forehead looks really, really good. And again, around here, not nearly as much breakup as there usually is by this time. So yeah, overall, I am super impressed with this foundation. And I wanted to again show you the color match on the foundation. I don't think this oxidizes at all, which is another nice feature of this foundation. But yeah, overall, I am loving this foundation. I am super excited to continue to wear this foundation. This is definitely one that I'm going to be reaching for a lot, I feel. And I did want to mention as well that I'm not sure if this Peaches and Cream collection is permanent or if it's a limited edition thing. It is only available at Sephora as far as I know. Maybe TooFaced.com as well, but I know it is not available at Ulta. So definitely check Sephora if you are interested, and of course I will have a link for it down in the description box below, but I am not sure if that is, if that's permanent or limited edition, or if some of the products in the collection, because they did release a whole bunch of stuff, maybe some of the things are going to be limited edition and some of the things are going to be permanent, because with the amazing response that they've had from this foundation, I can't imagine that this won't be permanent. The only suggestion that I think myself and every single other person that's tested this is to just create more shades, because there really needs to be more shades in this foundation. So I think that wraps up this video, but again, I really, really like this Peach Perfect foundation. It's awesome. I'm definitely going to continue to use it. Just add a couple more shades so everybody can love it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. I would really appreciate it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. We can also connect on Instagram. That will also be listed down in the description box below. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.